All right, what's going on? What's up, guys? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, December the 23rd. We are here. We are live. Mics are hot. What is up? Sean, Owen, Tyler, Phil. What's going on? Yes, I know. Jamie Robinson is out. Got a lot to get into. Obviously, that just breaking a little bit ago. Literally like, 20 minutes ago, maybe 15 minutes ago. Very recently. So we'll let everybody kind of file in here, and then we'll get after it. So taking your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. Yeah, John, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Obviously, with the bowl game getting canceled, schedule's been changed a little bit. Was going to do a live tomorrow. Got canceled that one. So this will be the last live stream of the week, last Daily Crow of the week, and then we'll get back after it on Monday, obviously, but with no bowl game. But I will say, again, if stuff goes down, which, I mean, Jamie Robinson's in the portal, but if coaching stuff goes down, if we have breaking news, stuff like that, obviously, things are subject to change, of course. But as it sits right now, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, obviously we'll kick it, have fun with your families. You and yours. Merry Christmas to you and yours. John, appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Phil, what's going on? So that'll be the plan right now. But again, you never know with how things are going. It's been a wild 2020, and it's been a wild last couple weeks. And if stuff drops, stuff comes out, we could have podcasts or the Daily Crow come back. But John, appreciate it, man. Yeah, big turn in the big 3-0 on Friday. So really excited, man. Really excited, honestly, for everything. But of course, the big news right now, Jamie Robinson has entered the transfer portal, and I'm actually working on a shirt, guys, that you guys give me just 2 seconds. I'll actually go and show you here. What do you guys? I'm literally just making this for me. I'm literally making this for me, but if you guys are interested, you can take part if you want. What do you guys think about that T-shirt right there? I think I'm literally going to make that for me. Like I said, all we got is all we need. That's kind of my mentality on it. I'll take 22 guys who – I don't know what just happened. I'll take 22 guys who want to be Gamecocks over whatever. So it is what it is. All we got is all we need. That's going to be a shirt I'm going to put on the store right after this. If you guys want it, cool. I'm really just making it for me. I don't know how many people are going to dive into that or what have you, but that's something I'm working on. So all we got is all we need, man. That's it. That's it. So Jamie, best of luck to him. Appreciate what he did at South Carolina. Obviously a really good player, but is what it is. So when you have a coaching change, this stuff is going to happen. So yeah, if you just called in, give me a call back, 843-790-3377. I'm going to put the number right here, 843-790-3377. Boom. You want to call in, phone lines are open here on a Wednesday, guys. Phone lines are open. Let me make sure. Yep, looks like phone lines. Yep, phone lines are open across the board. So if you do want to call in, we can chat it up, 843-790-3377. Just had a 706 number call in. I don't know what happened. So if you would like to call back in, would love to chat with you, obviously. But, here we go. All right, let's go out to the phone lines really quickly. Hey, Justin, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking, man. Merry Christmas to you and yours, by the way.
Thank you. You too.
What's going on?
Yeah. Not much. Hey, Chris, it was a tough day yesterday.
Yeah. The hits just keep on coming, right? With the bowl game getting canceled, and then you kind of have the coaching staff, if you will, that saga's continuing, and we know now that Rod Wilson won't be returning. We know that at least it looks like Joe Cox won't be coming back, and it looks like we might have us a new O-line coach. Things are interesting right now. I mean, when you go 2-8 and you have the type of season we had, that's kind of what you expect, and you're going through a coaching change, and things are going to happen. I will say, speaking of the Rod Wilson thing, because I actually didn't get to talk about that on the podcast that came out today because it happened so late last night. I was surprised. I really am. I'm surprised Rod Wilson won't be coming back. I thought him being a former Gamecock, I thought that would keep, have him as a shoe-in to return on the staff. But, listen, Shane Beamer's going to do his thing, man. He's going to bring his guys in that he wants, and he's trying to change the culture. And I think a lot of doing that is getting out the previous regime. So, I just say to fans, let's be patient. Let's let this man work. Let's let him do his job, and we'll see what happens when all the dust settles. But, it's been an interesting last 24, 48 hours, hasn't it? Been kind of crazy. So.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. Hey, Chris, what do you thought about players still want to play for Mike Bobo no more?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man, because I saw that report, obviously, as we all did, and I have a lot of questions to follow up with it. How many players was it? How much validity is there even to the original report? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you see a guy like Jamie Robinson into the transfer portal. I think Mike Bobo, listen, if you've watched any of his pressers, he's a very honest guy. He doesn't beat around the bush. And I think he probably got in there and made some players feel very uncomfortable with themselves and probably called some guys out saying, you're not nearly as good as Will Muschamp made you think you are. So does it totally surprise me? No. Do I think it was like the whole team is revolting or something? No, I do not. So the truth lies somewhere in the middle, I think. Will we ever know? No idea. But, Shane Beamer's got a mess to clean up. He knew that when he took the job. And, like I said, we'll just kind of have to see what happens when the dust settles. But fans have got to continue to be patient, man. Like I said, I was talking to somebody this morning, Shane Beamer, and I said it really last night on social media. People are getting so upset and they're just saying this and that about Shane Beamer. It's like Shane Beamer is not on my timeline. He's not on your timeline. He is doing his thing. Let the man work. It's Christmas week, literally. I mean, he's probably got other things going on too. So let the man work. Like I said, this will all fall into place the way it should, and then we'll go from there. So, I don't get upset over nothing. I think people are like literally making up problems at this point. Like he hasn't hired anybody. Let it work out. So, anyways,
yeah, I agree, Chris. You gotta let this man get everything. You gotta let this process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, let the chef cook his meal, man. Let him do it. Like let him do it. So, I just I don't see the point in getting upset. Over like nothing, basically, when nothing has happened. So,
yeah.
So,
I agree, Chris.
Yeah. But Justin, man, like I said, appreciate the call as always. Always a pleasure to chat with you. And like I said, Merry Christmas to you and yours, my friend, till we chat again.
Take care, Chris.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, appreciate it, Justin. Thanks so much. Yeah, good call. Great stuff. Lance players, I'm just worn out emotionally. I really think it's what it is, dude. The wear and tear of the 2020 season is showing on the Gamecock fan base. But again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, SEC Football 2. What's going on, my guy? Live here on a Wednesday, December the 23rd. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Again, it's Christmas week. You guys, there's plenty going on. Everybody's got something going on. Everybody's busy, but you guys are still tuned in, supporting, asking questions, interacting. That means a lot to me. So thank you again so much. Also, really quickly, want to remind you guys, the Beamer merchandise officially in Rivals in Florence, South Carolina today. The shirt should be getting delivered literally right now. My guy over at Rivals is going to send me some pictures and stuff like that once they get everything on the shelves. But if you're in the Florence, South Carolina area, if you're for whatever reason going to be in that area today and you want to stop by, they will have the merchandise on the shelf. So very excited for that. I'm very excited for you guys to be able to have the opportunity to go in there and buy the merchandise at wholesale. And obviously, a big thing for the business, and it's really exciting and fun that we get to do that. I'm excited for the future of merchandise in 2021, what we're going to be able to do in regards to drops and selling at wholesale and all that good stuff. So, again, really appreciate you guys, the love and support, because without you guys, again, I said this on the podcast, these opportunities would not be possible. I know that for a fact. So thank you guys again so much. And again, I'm really excited in 2021 what we'll be able to do, because I love that side of it. I love making merchandise and coming up with cool slogans and just having fun with it, making unique merchandise that you can't buy, let's say, in the bookstore or from USC's website. I think that's the fun part. Some people look at it as, it's like, oh man, the licensing stuff. I think it's a fun challenge. It makes you be creative. So I think it's fun. But yeah, again, the big news right now, Jamie Robinson entering the transfer portal. This type of stuff's just going to happen. You know what I mean? When you have a new coach and he comes in and he's got his way of doing things, and you fire your defensive coordinator and you're getting rid of defensive coaches and you just have this change, it's going to happen. And it's. But I'll tell you this, guys. After watching, somebody said something about, we're going to have 11 new starters on defense in 2020. As after watching the Gamecock defense in 2020, I don't know that that's a bad thing. Just call it for what it is, bro. Just call it for what it is. So let's see. Trace, what's going on? I do not have you blocked. Sorry, I just missed your comment there. I'm just looking at CBS. They just released their All-American team. And, of course, we're not going to have anybody on it. Let's see, do we have anyone on the second team? Kevin Harris can't even make a – I mean, oh, my gosh. Can't even – nope. Kevin Harris gets no – you get no love. You get no love when your team goes 2-8. That's a fact. Lance Player, the shirts are in the works right now. I'll drop them right after this. Trace says, scroll up then. Trace, what did I'm on the way to Florence as you speak. Awesome. That's great stuff, man. I appreciate that. Sorry, like I said, there's just tons of comments coming in. Sean O'Brien says, being worn out emotionally while simultaneously excited for what transpires throughout the offseason. Exactly how I feel. Yeah. Trey ZMG, besides Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, who do you think is the best quarterback in the draft class? Probably Kyle Trask. I'd have to go with Kyle Trask. So, yeah, again, the big news right now, Jamie Robinson entering the transfer portal. Like I said, it is what it is. You know that when a coaching change happens, when their staff changes, this type of stuff's going to happen. And, Jamie played some good football for us. He literally was second on the team in tackles. Wasn't perfect, but obviously had some big plays for the Gamecock defense. And, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, Skyland Reed Davis, your Heisman winner. I think, I don't know. Devontae Smith at Bama is probably most deserving, but who do I think win? I think Kyle Trask. I don't. It's a quarterback award, right? I mean, it feels like it's a quarterback award. So we'll see, though. Owen Turner says, do you think we lose Jordan Burch? Well, here's what's interesting is that I heard that the reason Jordan Burch wasn't going to transfer is because we were keeping Rod Wilson on staff. So at this point, I have no clue. I would guess with no. But, yeah, and I saw Jamie Robinson's, Instagram post, and, heck, we literally reposted it, that he said that he was planning on coming back to South Carolina. So, maybe that was just lip service. And, again, that's why that type of stuff right there, guys, is why I'm not like a diehard recruiting guy, because kids can just change their mind in an instant. So, you take it with a grain of salt. Don't really mean anything until it actually happens. So, it is what it is. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Hey, Phil, what's going on, man?
Chris, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you calling in. Merry Christmas to you and yours, my friend. Happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus to you and yours, my friend. It is Festivus Day, the airing of grievances, and the test of strength is happening today. So
Indeed.
I just wanted to run a couple things by you.
All right.
Man, it is hard being a Carolina fan, ain't it? Jeez, the hits just keep coming, man.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse, but yeah, no, it's been interesting. I mean, I think honestly it's just par for the course when you're going through what we're going through as far as a coaching change.
Yeah.
I think all this stuff's par for the course. I mean, hey, Auburn's been having a time too, so
Oh yeah, they hired some guy from Boise State. Jeez,
yeah.
I mean, it's tough. Yeah, it's really tough being an Auburn fan. They've got national championships that they can look at in a trophy case.
That's a good point. You make a very, very good point there, my friend.
Muschamp poison in this program, I guess it runs deeper than we thought it did, and we're going to have to vomit all this stuff up.
Yeah,
and it might look worse than it is now in the future here. It could get worse than it gets better, unfortunately. It feels like we all, woke up in 2015 and we're in an alternate universe where Clemson isn't Clemsoning anymore. They're competing for national championships. They've got movies on Disney Plus. Like, what is going on here? Like,
yeah.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating to be a Carolina fan right now, but you got to have hope in Beamer. Let's see if he can turn this thing around. It's going to be like pulling teeth, unfortunately, going forward here.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's December the 23rd. Like the man work. You know what I mean? Like, stuff's going to happen in the meantime. This roster is going to look completely different. opening game against Eastern Illinois in 2021 than it does now. So let the guy work, man. Let him attack the portal. Hey, just the same as we've got guys in the portal, there are other teams have guys in the portal that we can take and bring on our roster. So, he's got till February to, get his recruiting class together, and he's going to continue to build the program. He's going to hire his staff. Just let him do it. It's going to happen. I know it's tough to be patient, but, I don't know, man. I see the people freaking out on social media, and I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Why? Why? I saw people freaking out over the offensive line coach hire. And I'll tell you this, Phil. It's so funny because in no other sport do fans give a damn who the assistant coaches are. Like, I've never heard in basketball someone critiquing Frank Martin's assistant coach, or like in baseball. I don't hear, most Gamecock fans probably don't even know who the assistant coaches are. Like, they don't know who Mike Curran is. A lot of them don't know who Skylar Meade is. And I'll tell you this too. When a college football team has lost a game on Sunday, I've never seen the headline have the offensive line coach's name at the top as to blame for the loss. So, it's like if you're on social media and you're like freaking out because it's reported Will Friend is going to be the next offensive line coach at South Carolina, like if you want to talk about it and we can, say the work he's done or how his offensive lines perform, cool. But like the people that are like freaking out about, oh my God, it's such a bad hire. It's like, just relax.
Right.
I promise you the guy knows more about offensive line. You, I, and everyone in this chat right now, all our brains combined, that guy knows more about offensive line than we do. Shane Beamer knows more about offensive line play than we do. Like, just relax, back away from the ledge, let Shane Beamer hire a staff in peace. That's all I'm saying. So, but hey, the passion is what makes the fan base great. So at the same time, you know what, go crazy for all I care, whatever.
It's the highest highs and it's the lowest lows. With the passion, you're going to get both with this fan base, man.
Right.
When we're winning again, boy, it's going to be a lot of fun. But
right
now, it's kind of like digging through sewage, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like I said, that's what makes it great, though, is the passion. I totally understand that. But, like I said, Shane Beamer is not on my timeline. He's not on your timeline. He's not on anybody else's except his. So.
I mean, there's not. We have a lot of unknowns with what Shane Beamer wants to do with the program at this point, with the coaching staff not in place. But guess what, folks? He didn't wake up and take the Carolina job to say, "Man, I really want to sabotage this program, my dream job." So what he's doing is what he thinks is best. So we just have to get behind him and hope for the best.
Yeah, and that's what I try to tell people as far as, his staff. Like, he's not going to hire anyone intentionally to sabotage a program that he literally said was his dream job and he loves the program. So let's trust the guy. Hey, the way I'm looking at it, and you know what, I want people to understand this too, because, the Spurs Up Show didn't exist in 2015 when Will Muschamp was hired, and didn't exist really, a lot of people don't even know it till 2019 when I said fire Muschamp. But I was the same way. I was the same way with Muschamp as I'm being with Beamer right now. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until he gives me reason not to. And if Will Muschamp deserved the benefit of the doubt after failing at another school, Shane Beamer more than deserves the benefit of the doubt from the fan base. So let him work. Let him do his thing. If in year 4 we're losing to North Carolina with a freshman quarterback and a first-year head coach, then we can all lose our minds again. But I'm going to give him the chance. Like, let's see what happens. I like Beamer. Let him hire his staff in peace. That's all I'm saying. Whatever. Either way, it's interesting times. It's interesting times for sure. Whatever. So maybe it's a good thing we don't have UAB to play Saturday, because I can only imagine what it'd be like if we lost that football game. So whatever.
It would be nuclear holocaust, unfortunately. But
Indeed.
Here's the thing: is like, it would be great if we had some men's basketball to watch on TV right now.
Oh, yeah. God.
Take our mind off the football program, but we can't even have that
That's
as Carolina fans right now. So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're up to our knees right now in the crap. So
yeah.
All right, we got to keep marching forward here.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, man. So, right, Phil, brother. Appreciate the call, man.
Festivals. Go Cox.
Go Cox, yes, man. We'll take care. Later. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff from Phil as always. Appreciate the call. 843-790-3377. Guys, here on a Wednesday. Just a quick reminder. Podcast did drop this morning, episode 345. Just talking about everything going on right now, from the bowl game getting canceled, the coaching staff shakeup already beginning. Also, SEC gambling picks, which is kind of funny that I did that because I'm spoiling my picks for the Capital One Bowl Pick'em, by the way, which is going on. I think you can maybe still join. I don't know if you haven't, whatever. But, yeah, anyways. Let's see. When is the SEC going to release their baseball schedule? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Owen Turner, love the story from Nathan Harris Wainick. We need more kids like him to rebuild and change the program's culture. I agree. Give me 22 guys like that, man. Give me 22 guys like that who are passionate about the University of South Carolina. John Gibbs, we've had about around 115 years of football, and the real question is, why haven't we been successful? What could be the reasons? That's a great question, man. Honestly, that is a fantastic question. That's a question that I wish I had a better answer to. I don't know. Because, again, I was born in 1990, so I haven't seen a lot of Gamecock football, or I haven't seen a lot of the suffering of Gamecock football in the 70s, 80s, even the 90s. I really don't remember watching that at all. So I don't understand it either. I really don't. I don't understand it. Because you've had great players, and you've had some great coaches, but you just never been able to put it together. I don't understand it. Really don't. Let's see. Landon, who is your ideal pick to be OC? You know who my ideal pick to be OC is? Somebody who can score points and score a lot of points. I don't give a damn who it is, but bring somebody in who's going to score points. So maybe that's not a great answer to you, but that's the way I look at it. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. Obviously, the big news right now, Jamie Robinson entering the transfer portal. And, just kind of is what it is. Like I said, when you have a coaching change, and, when you have a coaching change and you're firing staff, and, it's just turnover. This is part of it. So it is what it is. Wish Jamie Robinson best of luck. Obviously, played a lot of good football for South Carolina, and kind of go from there. So is what it is. 843-790-3377, guys. What do you guys want to talk about today? We got a lot to get into. Like I said, what do you guys want to talk about? Appreciate everyone tuning in. The love, support. Also, like I said, quick reminder, the t-shirts, the Beamer merchandise, going to be at Rivals in Florence, South Carolina today. Should be there right now, actually. So if you're in the area, you want to stop by, whatever it may be, that's a very, very exciting thing, obviously, for us. And guys, again, thank you so much for the love, support. Would not be possible without you. So cheers to that. How about this mug, by the way? Look at that. Thing's huge. Huge mug. Miles Walters, when we hear some guys wanting to transfer to us, it's hard to really predict that. You know what I mean? It's hard to predict that. I'd probably say over the next few weeks or, month and a half or so. Hunter Brown, what's up with Bentley transferring again? That's crazy. This dude wants to be the next Hunter Renfrow, just play college football forever. I have no idea. So, Owen Turner, who is DB number 1 with Jamie transferring? I'd say it's Cam Smith. And I say that because from what I've heard from a current player is that he is literally the best cornerback on the roster. And it's a current player telling me that. Told me that a few weekends ago. So I think people do not need to sleep on Cam Smith. I think Cam Smith will have a big year next year for South Carolina. So, John Gibbs, we need to recruit kids who are actually smart at football and not because they can run a 4.2. We aren't recruiting the caliber players to win, and I think Shane Beamer will do that. So I think Shane Beamer will do that. Jason Derrick, no, I do not think Jake Bentley is going to come back to South Carolina. No, I do not think that will happen. No, I do not. And if that did, that would be insane, honestly. Landon Lynette, do you think any OU players will transfer to Carolina? I would think a few. I would like to think so, but again, that's just something we got to let it play out. It's hard. It's kind of tough to say. So, Tim Harrison, how long do the preferred walk-on gets a scholarship? Hopefully within the next year or two. Again, tough to say. So, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Who's the number 1 receiver next year? I'm going to go with a dark horse. I'm thinking like a Rico Powers. Or actually, better yet, I'm going with another dark horse. I think it's a receiver that's not on the roster. I think a receiver that's not on the roster will be the number one option. So, Tyrell Campbell Sr. or Trey. Now that's an intriguing name. I've heard he is coming back. So, and if he can get healthy, you never know. Miles Walters, what would the fans do if we start Hilinski over Doty against Eastern Illinois? Well, I think a lot of the fans, based on how they react to Hilinski not playing, I think a lot of them will love that. I don't care who starts, man. Play the guy who gives you the best chance to win. I tend to think it's Luke Doty because of his dual threat capabilities and because I think South Carolina will run that type of offense where you need a dual threat quarterback. And I think you need a dual threat quarterback to win at South Carolina. But, hey, play the guy who gives you the best chance to win, man. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want to win games. So, Sean O'Brien, I'm just hopeful to see some development. Recruiting stars doesn't mean anything if you can't utilize them properly. I agree. You got to be able to develop. You got to be able to do both. You got to recruit quality athletes, but you have to be able to get the most out of said athletes. You have to. I agree with you 100%. Let's see. Yeah. Brian says we need Nick Muse to stay. We'll see if it happens. I mean, it's, I don't know. Owen Turner, thoughts on the Jordan collab that was on Twitter yesterday? I mean, I think it looked cool. Personally, I don't want to take Carolina or Gamecocks off of the front of the jersey. I think that's a cool, unique thing that makes us stand out. But, I mean, obviously, I'd love to see us get Jordan. I mean, it'd be incredible. So, Stevie Odom, have you reacted to Robinson leaving? Just got here. Yeah, I've been talking about it a little bit. It's just one of those things, man, when you get a new head coach and you're having, staff turnover and, guys are going to transfer. So, it is what it is. I mean, we all know Jamie was a good player and played a lot of good football for South Carolina. Did anybody also get an Amber Alert? Obviously wish Jamie nothing the best and appreciate what he did at South Carolina, but, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just the reality of when you have a coaching change, that type of stuff is going to happen and whatever. It is what it is. So all we need is 22. All we got's all we need. It's the way I look at it. So all we got's all we need. Hunter Brown, how about Joyner? Any word on him? Have heard nothing on Dak Joyner. Like I said, I'm sure that the guys that are going to transfer, this type of stuff will come out over the next few weeks or whatever it may be. But, it is what it is. Michael Sawyer, what's going on, man? Michael Sawyer, what's up? Townsend Hamilton, yeah, I think we did re-sign the deal with Under Armour, so I don't think you'll see any change there. John Gibbs, offensive and defensive linemen are what we need first because it all starts up front. I agree with you 110%. Yep, I agree with you. You got to have it on the line of scrimmage, man. You have to. Sean O'Brien, Mordecai is transferring to SMU. Is that right? Did not see that. Did the AP put out their All-SEC team yet? Because I think that was coming out today. I don't think they did. I don't think that's dropped yet. USC Insider. Who do you think is going to replace Jamie? Great question. Who do we have left? Again, I think you're going to see right now just who's on the roster, top of my head, Cam Smith and John Dixon at the corners. I think at the safety position, you'll see Jalen Dickerson and God, who's going to play the other safety spot? God, who's going to play the other safety? Jalen Dickerson, Joey Hunter, O'Donnell Fortune, Dominic Hill if he's back. So, but you got to go out and recruit some guys too. You definitely got to go get some defensive backs. Alan, there is coffee in this mug, confirmed. There's not beer in this mug. So it could probably hold a full beer, though. Michael Sawyer, it may have already been asked, what's the deal with players not wanting to play for Mike Bobo? Any truth to that? So, yeah, the report came out. I'd be interested to see how many players was it, because the initial report dropped, and another report conflicting saying, no, that wasn't the case. I think the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. How many players was it? Was it one position group? Whatever. But like I said, there's just Mike Bobo has been very honest since he took the job, and he's probably said some things that have rubbed some guys the wrong way, or not rubbed some guys, made them uncomfortable. You know what I mean? He's been very honest, and that's one thing I've appreciated about Mike Bobo since he took the job, or since he took over as interim head coach. So, if some guys didn't like that, it just is what it is. I don't really know. I mean, I think the truth, though, lies somewhere in the middle of that between, I don't think it's some like player revolt or anything where the entire team is like against Mike Bobo, but, he might have taken a few guys off. Again, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Sean O'Brien, Chris, what's your beer of choice? So I'm not a beer snob at all. If we're talking craft beer, I do like IPAs, but I mean, I'll drink a shit beer too. It doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. I mean, if somebody offers me a Natty Light, I'll crush it. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, I mean, is what it is. So, but no, this is confirmed coffee. So, H-Man98, Bobo has been a breath of fresh air, honestly. I agree. In the pressers, at least, he's been a breath of fresh air for sure. Would you consider the class of 2021 Muschamps recruits, or is this really Beamer's first recruits? I'd say it's Muschamps recruits. I mean, he's literally had 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe to be on the recruiting trail. This is still kind of Muschamps class, if you will. So, yeah, Jayhawk can't spell Busch Light without USC. Yeah, like I said, I'm not like a beer snob or anything. I'll drink whatever. I really will. I mean, and that comes, honestly, I know this sounds crazy. That comes for alcohol in general. Like, there's really not one alcohol that's like, if you offer me a Jaeger bomb, you offer me a margarita, you offer me a whiskey Coke. Obviously, whiskey's probably my go-to. You offer me anything. I'm game with it. So, I'm game with it, man. It's all good. It's all good. Stevie Odom, the recruiting class seems good, small but good so far. Yeah, I mean, it's just lack of numbers. I don't think you have like you only have 8 signees. I don't think they're like 8 duds or anything, but you only have 8 players. So you got to add to the class. That's the biggest problem right now. So, and now with Jamie Robinson transferring, you have another scholarship to give. So, Sean Bryan, hard no to the Jaeger. Yeah, I like Jaeger bombs. I wouldn't like drink Jaeger straight or anything, but I'll take a Jaeger bomb. So, Paul Yarborough, a top 2022 class has to be a major priority. We need something special. I agree. And guess who's leading it? Gunnar Stockton. So that's the guy you need to recruit on that recruiting trail. You need Gunnar Stockton to be the leader. So sort of like one guy here tried to be or is in the 2021 class. Again, it's kind of asking him a lot to, hey, salvage this recruiting class for us. But that's what you need Stockton to be next year. You need Stockton to be the guy spearheading, hey, we're going to change the culture. I'm going to lead the way. 5-star quarterback can do that. So you need to keep Stockton on board for sure. I think they can do that. You keep Connor Shaw on staff, I think you can keep Gunnar Stockton on board for sure. So, Leonard Matthews, where do you think Jake Bentley ends up, bro? I have no idea. None. I mean, hey, Tennessee needs a quarterback. Can you imagine? Landon Lynette, will Stockton be Carolina's Trevor Lawrence? It's tough to answer. I mean, he'll be South Carolina's Gunnar Stockton. That's the way I look at it. So, Scott Vaughn, who's the top OC now that Riley dumped on us? I'm not 100% sure, and I'm taking all of the rumors I see with a grain of salt. Did Riley really dump us? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm letting Shane Beamer work. So. Let's see. Let's see here. Taking your questions, comments, calls, guys. 843-790-3377 here on a Wednesday, December the 23rd, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, man, it's literally Christmas week, the Christmas holiday. You guys could be doing literally anything else, and you're tuned in here on a Wednesday. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, support, man. It truly does mean the world. I can't say it enough. Sean O'Brien, once our coaching staff is official, the recruits that want to be here will fall into place. I don't think there's a reason to be worried right now. I agree with you. I don't think there's a reason to be worried either. Like I said, maybe it's just that I'm choosing happiness, but I am giving Shane Beamer the benefit of the doubt right now. Let's let it play out. Let's let the guy work. Let's let him do his thing. He's getting paid a lot of money to do his thing. So, Cody Gaskins, I agree with you. Anything can happen. Be careful with the sources and the insiders and what everybody says. Just let it play out. So, DJ T-Mobile, late to the party, but I like the content you put out, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I love making the content, honestly. I'm passionate about it. I love doing it. So, but I appreciate that. RJ Kelly, what about the O-line coach coming from Tennessee? What do you think about him? I mean, I'm fine with it. Like I said, you're not going to see me freak out over an offensive line coach hiring. Like, it's just, the guy knows offensive line. Obviously, you look at his track record. You look where he's been. He knows offensive line. And Tennessee's had some pretty good offensive lines. So, and Shane Beamer knows a lot more about offensive line coaching than I. So, I'm fine with it. Honestly, I'm fine with it. Oh, no, that's a dirty joke. Scott Vaughn with the dirty joke. Know why Santa doesn't have many kids? Because he only comes once a year. Wow. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Scott. Owen Turner, do you think that Frank Beamer influences the program in the future? I think he's probably doing it right now. You think he's not helping Shane get this coaching staff put together? I mean, I think certainly his dad is helping out. So, Anthony Belt, Chris, what do you think about the new walk-on Nathan Harris Waynick? I think the story's awesome. You look at his stats. He's done a great job. Obviously, really, really good player at Sumter. And that's the kind of guys you want in your program. How much will he play? How much of an impact will he have on the field? I have no idea. But having guys like that who are lifelong Gamecocks, and, I think we've all probably seen the video at this point of his grandfather, and we've kind of all heard his story, and awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Great to have kids like that in your program. So, and who knows? I mean, he looks good. His film looks good. So maybe he can make an impact for South Carolina. So, Lee Harold, sounds like I have a lot of news to catch up on. Where do you want to start, my guy? Where do you want to start? Yeah, there's a decent amount of news dropping here on December the 23rd. So, again, a lot to get into. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. You guys got any big Christmas plans? What are your Christmas plans for this week? We're actually going to a Christmas party tonight. Might be going to see lights Christmas Eve, and obviously doing the whole Christmas thing on Friday and all that good stuff. But, yeah, so the birthday thing for yours truly on Friday. Pretty fun stuff. Got a good buddy of mine that his wife is being induced Christmas Day at 7 p.m. How about that for a Christmas present, huh? Being induced. Can't even imagine. So, Kevin Cox, is the Riley thing just a rumor or truth? Thoughts? I think it's all rumors right now, man. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Sean O'Brien, Christmas plans, eating and drinking all weekend. I hear you, big dog. DJ T-Mobile. I'm not a fan of Rod Wilson being let go. He was a Gamecock in the Holtz era and was making strides in the coaching ranks. He was given a short leash, in my opinion. I mean, I'll be honest, I was very surprised. I was very surprised that Rod Wilson will not be retained. I thought definitely with him being a former Gamecock, and you heard Beamer talk about culture, and, that's kind of what he was talking about. And you think about it, I mean, Rod Wilson has coached in the NFL. He's coached on a Super Bowl winning team. The guy knows football. So it definitely surprises me. I mean, it surprises the heck out of me. Again, I'm giving Beamer the benefit of the doubt. I think there's a method to his madness. Let's see how it all plays out. Let's see where we are once all the dust settles. But I mean, I'll be honest. I was surprised. I was surprised with you, but I think there's probably things behind the scenes, guys, that we just simply don't know about. And, it might take just a complete overhaul. It might take a complete overhaul. I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely interesting for sure, but kind of just is what it is. We proceed. So. John Gibbs, Brian Dean, appreciate the birthday love, guys. Andrew Bowers, as it goes and goes, I think he's keeping Bobo for 2021 at least, and who knows who the DC will be. I just still tend to think that Bobo's not going to be the OC, guys. I think he's going to hire an offensive coordinator. I really do. So, let's see. Anthony Bell, all Gamecock fans. In my opinion, Shane Beamer will do a great job with the new staff and players for the future of our program. And like I said, I'm excited too, and I believe that. Again, I believe there's a method to Shane Beamer's madness. Obviously, we know Shane Beamer's walking into a mess, and he's got to clean it up. So let the guy do his job. Like I said, he's getting paid a lot of money to do it. Let him do his job. Let it work out. Let's see what happens. Let's see where we are when the dust settles. But yeah, I was a bit surprised that Rod Wilson got let go. But I'll say this too. I mean, how close to the hip was he with Will Muschamp? How close to the hip was he with Travaris Robinson? You know what I mean? You got to take out the trash. And I'm not saying directly Rod Wilson, but just in general. You got to, if it's something you got to do, it's something you got to do. So, RJ Kelly, any new merch? I am going to drop a "All We Got Is All We Need" shirt. People have been clamoring for that. So, figure why not? I'm actually working on it right now. So I'm kind of making this for me, but if you guys like this, obviously feel free. All we got is all we need. Just a simple message, but I think that's powerful. That guys are welcome to transfer. They can dip out, they can leave, they can do whatever they want. But you know what? All we got is all we need. All we got is all we need, my guy. So all we need is 22. I'll take 22 guys who want to be Gamecocks. So Tyler Noel, we all want to think he's not going to keep Bobo, but in reality, as the days go by and Bobo's still on staff, he's going to be here next year. And if there's no big name OCs available, he very well may end up the OC. Just my take. Again, we'll see what happens and we'll react accordingly. That's all I'm saying. I would not love it to keep OC or Mike Bobo on his OC. But with that being said, I will say this. My biggest reason that I would like to bring in another offensive coordinator, I've said this before, I want to bring in a guy who is proven in running a spread, up-tempo, modern offense. Mike Bobo is not. Mike Bobo is much more under center, traditional, old school. That's my biggest knock on Bobo. If Bobo is willing to adapt and run an offense to the players he has on his roster versus being stuck in his system, I'm not opposed. Because, guys, Mike Bobo is a good offensive football coach. Like, there's no doubt. South Carolina had a 1,000-yard rusher on a 2-8 football team when you had no other receivers to throw the football to. Just think about that. So I think Mike Bobo knows what he's doing on the offensive side. And I just got a text from the folks at Rivals saying they got the T-shirts in and the merch. There you go. But, again, we will react accordingly. I'm not sitting here telling you guys that I want to keep Mike Bobo around because that is a lie. I'd rather, dude, I said this before, I'd rather just clean house completely. Just get rid of everybody. Everybody that was tied at the hip. Everybody that was tied at the hip to Will Muschamp, get them out. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at yeah, keep Connor Shaw for sure. But I'm just saying, like, I would clean house personally. So, Stephen Thayer, what about Connor Shaw, OC, co-OC? That'd be fun. That'd be fun for sure. Anthony Bell, I think Bobo will change to the talent if kept. I feel Muschamp was the problem. Yeah, and I listen, again, I'm going to give Beamer the benefit of the doubt, guys. I just am. Which it's so funny, by the way, because, a lot of people, not a lot, but some, labeled me as the guy that was like negative. I was fire Muschamp. I was critiquing Muschamp left and right. But it's so funny how now I feel like I'm on the other side of that. Like, I'm the one being positive about this. And I'm giving Beamer the benefit of the doubt. And I'm saying, hey, guys, let's let it play out. Let's do this, do that. And it's like there's this other section, this pocket of Gamecock Nation that's being negative. I'm like literally on the other side. Life really does come full circle. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's very funny. It's very funny. So, Andrew Bowers, if Connor Shaw or Des Kitchings is let go, then I don't know what to say about this process. From what I've heard, those two guys will be back. So, just from what I've heard. Just from what I've heard. Brian Dean, I'm a fan of the triple option offense. Before Beamer was hired, I was hoping South Carolina would go after Paul Johnson. Is that a joke? Please let me know. Is that a joke? There's no tone on these comments. Is that a joke? Because is that a joke? Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Appreciate you guys' love and support. Appreciate you tuning in, like I say, here on a Wednesday. It's Christmas week. You guys can be doing literally anything else, and you're choosing to sit here with me and chat it up and talk Gamecocks. And for that, I'm grateful. Thank you. Another quick reminder, though, podcast did drop this morning, episode 345, talking about just everything going on, of course. Also, the merchandise. The Beamer merchandise is in Rivals in Florence, South Carolina. If you're in Florence or around the area or traveling through there, what may be, that merchandise is there. So very, very excited for that. Outside of that, yeah, guys, updated schedule. No podcast tomorrow or Friday. No live stream tomorrow or Friday. We'll get back after it on Monday. Of course, though, I will be on social media continuing to make content because it's just what I do. And if something does happen, that is subject to change. So, after we get off this live stream, we get an announcement of the OC or the DC or whatever, there'll be a podcast tomorrow. So, subject to change. But, yeah, that's the schedule right now. Enjoy Christmas with your families and everything. And Merry Christmas to you and yours, of course. But thank you guys for love and support. And we'll get back after it, obviously, next week on Monday. So, that's the tentative schedule. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. Tommy Odom. Why did Jamie wait so long to transfer? Chances he pulls his name back out of the portal, or is he gone? I think he's probably gone. I think he probably waited because, again, probably just going back and forth. But I think maybe the bowl game had something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the kid's head. I don't know the kid. Why they do what they do. I don't know. So somebody said, let's see, RJ Kelly, birthday plans. Just hang out with family and do the Christmas thing because obviously my birthday's on Christmas. So, yeah, just hang out with fam, really. Michael Sawyer, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it for sure. Let's see. Toby says, I feel like we're coming for the SEC in the next 3 years. Every time I hear a Coach Beam talk, I get goosebumps. Sad that some of our players can't feel that energy. And yeah, I mean, it's, like Coach Beamer said, he wants to have guys on his roster that, love being Gamecocks and appreciate being Gamecocks as much as he does. So if you're not, toodaloo. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, what you did at South Carolina, but, do what's best for you, and we'll do what's best for us. Sean O'Brien, didn't Jamie say on his IG last week that he planned on staying? I believe he did say that, but, I mean, these kids change their minds, and whatever is what it is. So, Brian Dean, I hear what you're saying on the triple option, my friend, but that would not work at South Carolina, and you ain't gonna win an SEC title running the triple option. I can guarantee you. So, Brian Bennett, we would be fine without him. I like Joey Hunter to replace him. Yeah, I thought Joey Hunter played really good football down the stretch at the end of the season. So, Carson Medlin, 3. Do you see us hitting the transfer market hard for the wide receiver position? Absolutely, and other positions as well. But yes, the wide receiver position, no doubt. Yeah, we need to hit the transfer portal hard for that. So, yep. Mm-hmm. All righty. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. Got a little bit under 10 minutes left. Anthony Belt, before you end the show, happy early birthday and enjoy the show. Anthony, appreciate the love and support, man. Thank you so much. Toby, it's going to blow people's minds, I think, how many kids will get through the transfer portal. Yeah, I mean, it's the wild. College football right now, guys, is the wild, wild west. It is, truly free agency has hit college football this year. So it'll be interesting to see. Brian Dean, how would you best use Lloyd and Harris if both are healthy at 1A, 1B, get both in the field at the same time? I think there's many ways you can mix those guys up. So, but yeah, they're definitely, I definitely think we're going to plan on using both guys. No question. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch for South Carolina. That is the one thing I'll say. Amidst all the madness, the OC stuff, guys leaving on defense, who's going to play wide receiver, the one thing this team doesn't have to worry about is running back. We have got 2 studs. Should have 2. We know we got 1. We should have 2 studs back there to help out this offense. So I'm excited to watch those 2 guys tote the rock in 2021. Jacob Rogers, no, I do not think Jake Bentley's coming back. Absolutely not. Leonard Matthews, appreciate the birthday love, my friend. Sean O'Brien, yeah, again, like I said, this offseason with the transfer portal is going to be crazy. It is. So, Jonathan Moffrey, I think we should reach and get Garantano. Absolutely not. Jake Bentley 2.0, I will pass. Thank you. And I mean, listen, I appreciate what Jake did. And obviously, I think a lot of us would have taken Jake Bentley this year, but no, I'm fine on that. No. Nope. I will pass. Brian Bennett says, I'm not bothered by the dismissing of coaches. Things like this happen. We can't fire the head coach and have preference of who we want to keep. Yeah, again, it happens. The turnover. It's just going to happen. Players are going to transfer. Coaches are going to be relieved of their duties. It's going to happen. Let it happen. Let Shane Beamer work, and let's reevaluate when the dust settles. That's all I'm saying. Tyler Noel, if Lloyd is as advertised, he will be RB1. But this running back group is going to be one of the best in the nation next year. People sleep on Fenwick. He came on this year. We're going to be deep in that room. I agree with you. And that's the scary part. If Marshawn Lloyd is as good as he's advertised to be, he will be the starting running back. And that's crazy to think. So, but again, it's going to be a 1A, 1B pack of Lloyd and Harris. And then I agree with you. I thought Fenwick ran the ball beautifully this year, really. When he had the opportunity, I thought he ran the ball extremely well. So, I definitely think he'll factor in as well. I think Zaquandre White will be back to running back. And Rashad Amos ran the ball well when he got his opportunity. So, the running back position is going to be fine. So, Kevin Butler, any concerns about a running back hitting the portal? Not right now. Not right now, no. Not right now. Andrew Bowers, negative $1 billion % chance that Jake Bentley comes back to South Carolina. Literally. No, it will not happen. I promise. Here we go. Rivals just put on their Instagram story. Got the Beamer stuff in the stores, guys. Let's go. That's big time. That's awesome. That fires me up. Jay Smith, any sleepers for the DC position? Like I said, what I'm hearing right now, Jay Bateman and John Heacock, I think it'll be one of those two guys. So, Sean O'Brien, whoever Beamer hires, I'm excited for. That's kind of how I feel too, man. Like I said, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt until I'm shown otherwise. So, Lee Harold, love the Gamecock talk on here in Texas. They mostly talk high school ball. Can hardly wait to move closer to back to South Carolina. Hey, appreciate it, Lee. Thank you so much. That's awesome in Texas. Gamecock holding it down in Texas. That is really cool. Brian Dean, will Coach Beamer run more of what his dad did at Virginia Tech or Riley's offense at OU? I think Riley's offense at OU for sure. Yeah, if I had to guess. So, Michael Sawyer, appreciate the love, man. Like I said, everything's available at Rivals now. They've got it in stores. Thank you guys for the love and support because, again, without you guys supporting the merch and really just the business and the brand and the content as a whole, those opportunities would not be possible. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. So, let's see. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. We got about 2.5 minutes left here. We'll get some last-minute questions in before we depart for the Christmas holiday. So Webster, yes, Rivals in Florence, South Carolina. The merchandise is in there. It's available now. So, again, thank you guys for love, support. It wouldn't be possible without you. Truly, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I cannot say enough. Words don't do justice how grateful I am and how thankful I am for you guys. It's it's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure. So, but yeah. So again, quick reminder: if you have not done, check out the podcast this morning, episode 345, talking cancellation of the bowl game. What's next for South Carolina? Coaching shakeup, SEC gambling picks, bowl edition, all that good stuff. Jacob Rogers, are you home for the holidays and B-Day? That's what with the makeshift studio. Yes. So I'm not at home in Columbia. I'm at home in North Augusta with the family. So this is the makeshift studio for the week. Back next week, we'll be back in the studio. Everything will be back normal, but this is what we got right now. So yeah, this is what we got right now. We're back at home, spending time with the family. Got in town Sunday. So yeah. Landon says, favorite uniform combo this year. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm very just traditional. I like white garnet white. I really do. All black looks fantastic, though. But I love just the traditional white garnet white. I really do. So I love it. Greg Bedinger headed to Florence this afternoon. Happy birthday, Chris. Go Cox. Greg, appreciate the love and support. Anthony Belt, Rivals in Florence, South Carolina. Yes, they have the Beamer merchandise that we have on our store. They have it there if you want to check it out. T-shirts and hoodies. So be sure to check that out. RJ Kelly, it's the realest podcast. That's why you get all the love, bro. You're about to blow up. Just keep pushing. RJ, appreciate that, man. Thank you. Just try to be ourselves. I just try to be myself. I just stick to myself, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Tyler Noel, appreciate the love and support, man. Again, Brian Dean, Augusta Yellow Jackets, rep home team, rep the home team. Got to do it. So, Stormtroopers did look cool too. I mean, Stormtroopers are a classic look. I love, the classic look, to be honest. So, the white garnet white, love big game garnet. I don't know. I like keeping it simple. That's just me though. But again, guys, going to go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much. Like I said, check out the podcast. Check out the merch at Rivals in Florence, South Carolina, officially out. And again, guys, thank you so much for the love, support. Without that, would not be possible. But again, in closing here, guys, thank you so much for everything. I know I say it all the time. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I really just can't say it enough. I really just can't say it enough. Thank you so much for the love, support, for everything you guys do, consuming the content, sharing the content, showing love to the content. In closing, Merry Christmas to you and yours, guys. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. Like I said, if any news drops over the next 24 or 48 hours, we'll be chatting again. But if we do not chat until next week, like I said, Merry Christmas to you and yours. The podcast, the Daily Crow, will all be back next week, normal schedule. But until then, guys, Merry Christmas. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.